Hey everybody, just doing a quick video here. This is a 1972 Mercedes 220 diesel, and it is for sale. I haven't decided an asking price yet, but I'll decide that before I put it on Craigslist. Anyhow, this car has issues. Just so you know, the fender there is in primer. Needs a little more bodywork right down there on that corner. That fiberglass needs to be sanded down, needs a skim coat of Bondo, and the fender needs paint, but otherwise it is ready to go. The body has issues all around. The paint job, as you see, is completely shot, and this car would do very well with a very quick and cheap paint job, like a rattle can job or Mako or whatnot. It is black now, but the car was originally maroon. That kind of wine color you see there on the hubcaps. Tires are still holding air, all four of them, but they're very old. They came with the car. I've had the car about a year and a half now. I picked it up as a project, but I'm selling the car, so I'll let you know a little more information about that. I have pretty much everything for the car. As you can see, there's no bumpers on it, but I do have the bumpers. I actually have two bumpers for the rear and one for the front. Here's the front piece that goes behind the bumper. I took this off to get the fender off. You can see there's the spare and the original factory jack right here. And up front there, I do have the headlight bucket and everything, which is right here. I have everything. You can see I took the carpeting out of the car because I had to do work on the driver's side of the floor. That's all done. That's all solid now. I have not yet had a chance to do a detailed inspection of the passenger side. I know there's at least a quarter-sized hole underneath the passenger seat there. I was going to take that seat out and patch it up. Driver's side of the floor is done. I think the passenger side was in much better shape. You can see some of the interiors out here, but I have everything. The console is in the back seat there. I've got a radio, the ashtrays up there. Like I said, I have everything. And the interior is actually in pretty good shape for a 72. Seats are still reasonably supportive, and the upholstery is not too bad for its age. You can see I do have the hubcap there. It's in the back seat with the other pile of parts. You can see more bad paint on the roof here. Obviously, I have the original star here. Open the hood. The engine's a runner. I just got it running again after about a year and a half, but this is actually why I'm selling the car. I had the car running to move it out of the garage, and you see this pool of fluid down here. That's oil, which I noticed seeping out noticeably from where the head gasket meets the block. Now, I really don't know if the oil and coolant are mixing. At this point, I mean, it's safe enough to assume that it's not, and it's just oil leaking out onto the engine block. But I don't want to investigate that any further, and that's why I'm selling the car. Let's see what else. Battery here is pretty old. It came with the car. But I've been keeping it charged, and last weekend I took it down to the auto parts store. I had them put it on their tester, and the battery is perfectly healthy. Yeah, so at least for now. You know, hoses still seem reasonably pliable. The oil cooler is bypassed. The factory oil cooler here, actually, this car was in. The previous owner had this car in storage. And while the car was in storage, outdoors that is, the original steel oil cooler rusted and spilled the oil on the ground, so the owner put in this bypass here. I do have an oil cooler that does go with the car. It's this one right here. It's not a Mercedes factory oil cooler, but it should be pretty easy to adapt this to the Mercedes. There's a lot of other extra spare parts too. Brand new front and rear windshield seals, which I was going to install, but I obviously didn't get around to. Not yet, anyway. And I believe there's more items inside this box here. Yeah, here's another seal. And I think I also have another door seal in here. I want to say 3 out of 4 door seals have been replaced already. You can see right here. Previous owner did these shortly before he sold me the car, and they're in beautiful new condition. And obviously I'll just send you a link to a video of the car running today. It does run well. I have just serviced the glow plug system. All glow plugs are intact and working. This is the original system. I pulled the glow plugs out and I decarbonized the holes there, so those are good to go. You can see right now the car is hooked up to a can of straight Lubro Moly diesel Purge. The fuel tank, I think, is pretty much empty. There's a little bit of really old diesel in there, but I haven't had a chance to drain that and put in fresh fuel yet. Like I said, aside from the oil leak, the car ran pretty well. Battery's okay. The transmission works fine. I mean, like I said, the car sat for a year and a half, but it drove right out of the garage once I had it running. It is a 4-speed manual stick shift, which is really nice to have on these cars. Manual steering, not power steering. Obviously I'm going to put more information in the ad, but I kind of have too many projects on my hands now, and because of this oil leak, I simply don't want to take this car any further. I kind of need a backup car right now. The VW van, again, you see here, was my backup car, but recently had engine failure in that, and I actually do want to repair it because the van is in beautiful condition overall. So I need to, have another really basic car around here as a runner, and the Mercedes just won't cut it. The car has not been seriously driven in about 10 years. You can see the expired inspection sticker here. Previous owner parked it from around 2001 to 2009 when I bought it, around 8 years, but the car started up, and I had it towed here to my house, and then I put it into storage and worked on it bit by bit, when I had time. And recently I've done a lot of work on it. Just got it running today, but that oil leak there kind of suggests that overall this is a bit too much of a project for me. Let's see what else to mention. Yeah, the glow plugs, I serviced that system. I ran a can and a half of Lubro Moly diesel Purge through, so the injectors are clean now. A week ago I did a valve adjustment with a brand new valve cover gasket, so that's good. I've also just serviced the oil bath air cleaner. Car needs an oil change. I was going to do that once I installed the new oil cooler, which I was going to mount along the frame rail on this side here, but obviously I didn't get around to that. Stuff that comes with the car. I also have new fuel filters. Have not installed them yet. So, I mean, this is most definitely a project or a really good parts car. So, that's pretty much it for now. Sorry for the long video, and wish I could keep it, but I just at this point can't keep around 2 non-runners. So, if you have any questions, obviously, email me through the link in the ad. Even after the car sells, I'm going to keep this video up on YouTube. But hopefully I'll be able to sell it sooner rather than later. Thanks.